Mic check. I'm good.
Mic check, mic check.
You can read about success all day long, but if you don't put in the work, the mindset, execution, and the hustle behind your vision, it just remains a dream.
When everything goes wrong, you have to take all the responsibility.
We uncover what high-level entrepreneurs, business owners do to rise up from hustling daily.
So do what you feel passionate about. Take chances.
The world becomes your library to help you to become better at your craft.
Join me as I share with you actionable tips to help you grow your business, learn skills, and help you level up in your self-development journey.
Your number one spot for business and personal growth is the Online Hustlers Podcast with your host, Esteban Andrade.
Yo, guys, what's going on? Today I'm really excited for this episode because I am announcing that I will be launching a Spanish version of the Online Hustlers podcast. I want to really also tailor the Hispanic Latino community, anyone that speaks Spanish, and anyone that really wants to get the information from high level entrepreneurs, business owners, and just billionaires out there in this market to get the same type of value in their language. But also because today, this episode, I'm going to talk about something very, very special for me to talk about. It's called the VAs. So the VAs, or virtual assistant, guys. So as you know, as an entrepreneur, you are very used to working with virtual assistants now. So every single time that you need to do a new business, new venture, right now, if you're working virtually, it's pretty common for you to find VAs. Usually these come from Philippines, they come from India, mostly Philippines. You know, there's websites out there that literally are made for high traffic virtual assistants in the Philippines. And we've seen more of a inflow from other areas such as Central South America because it's better for time zone. But one thing that I do really want to discuss is like these people that are confused, business owners or wannabe business owners, entrepreneurs, and start using virtual assistants is just the level of confusion that they have over these people. Like the way that they see VAs, it's just quite funny for me. Actually, I find it very hilarious how they think, but at the same time, it kind of bothers me a little bit because I have to make sure that everything is set up straight and how it is. So a virtual assistant, when I go to Google here, virtual assistant, and I go to Investopedia, it's someone that is self-employed, all right, and specializes in offering administrative services to clients from a remote location, usually home office. Typical tasks and virtual assistants might perform include scheduling appointments, making phone calls, making travel arrangements, and managing email accounts. But some others do is they think that, oh, they're not a U.S. citizen or they're not resident in the U.S., automatically qualify them as a virtual assistant, as a VA, right? But not only that, but you give them this common denominator of being a lower type of employee. Like in a lower level, they operate in a lower level, they have lower skills, and they cannot have a high end position or role in your company, just because on how these virtual assistants, VAs, apparently operate. And I know some virtual assistants, they absolutely have the capacity of not operating at higher levels. There are some people that don't go to school at all, some people that are just starting very early in the Philippines, some being VAs, doing admin work, maybe some cold call, maybe some doing things like this, emails. But what you have to understand is that there's people that have degrees, that go to school, they actually graduate, they are more educated than you, even smarter than you, but you just found a way in a country like the United States to have a great opportunity to build a business online, right? And so it's much easier than other countries. So what other people end up doing is like they call these VAs a VA, and they give this definition of something lower. I have seen this group discussion where someone was asking, "Where do I find? What was the task I would give to my executive assistant?" And then several people responded, "You have to find someone based in the USA." And this person kept asking why. And he asked why to several people, literally just the word why. And for me, it was so funny because I knew where he was going to, but because responses were being so stupid in my opinion, they were like, "Oh, I suggested you get someone based in the USA. Okay, why? Tell me why." And this is what I process in these people's head that are commenting. If you're not located in the USA and you're not an American citizen, you cannot have executive assistant tasks. For me, that's fucking ridiculous, pathetic to think that way, because I myself have people from South America and Central America that are way smarter, harder workers, and more skilled than other people that are lazy in the USA, because people in the US are actually freaking lazy. All right. They are entitled. They're other type of breed of workers, not all of them, but definitely a good majority of people have this 9 to 5 kind of like entitlement work status, especially people our age, and they don't work as hard. So instead, someone in our countries are hard freaking workers. They really want to hustle. They want to prove themselves. All right, and they're just gonna go for it. They're going to make sure that they give their 110%. Because if you think about it, I could be one of those. What if I move back to my country and I end up just choosing to work remotely? Would you consider me a VA? Would you consider me a virtual assistant? Let's say I just drop all my businesses, right? Let's say I just drop every single entrepreneurship thing, and I just give up, and then just get a job, and then that job is remote, someone helping someone in advertising. Would you consider me a VA? Give me the title of a VA, treat me like a VA, and just because I'm not in the USA, I mean, it's kind of ridiculous to think that way. So my point is that just people have the really wrong idea, and not only people should be starting to give them titles and actual titles in the role, all right, but people should be really looking at these other people, Central America, South America, as an opportunity in your company to have a more diverse talent. So the fact that someone's saying like, "Oh, you have to find someone in the USA as an executive assistant," to me is super ridiculous. The person that was asking why, he's right. Why? Give me an explanation why. Just because they're not local to the USA, they cannot have the skill, the knowledge, the English, the capacity of operating at higher levels. Tell me why. Do you know how many people in my country, Colombia, they operate at higher levels than the USA? It's just that the opportunities in the economy is not there, just to make sure that things are happening. Like, you have no idea. For example, my mom, it will be a VA for you in your opinion, but my mom is like, she operates at a high freaking level. Like, she is a freaking winner, for instance. And she would do things that she would outwork, out hustle, and outskill a lot of people in the USA. And I'm not telling that you to tell you that she's better, or that Colombians are better, or whatever. I'm just saying that it just depends on the person. It's going to depend on the person. It's going to depend on their education. It's going to depend on the core values, just their whole freaking work ethic. So it has nothing to do with the location where you are or the country that you were born. Unfortunately, they don't get paid as good as we get paid, considering considering the amount of money that it requires to keep a living. So if someone were living in Colombia, for example, and a good salary to someone is $1,000 a month, it doesn't mean that they are less or that they should not be in higher positions in your USA or Canada based company. It just doesn't mean that. So start thinking about it, because virtual assistants that you call virtual assistants in South America, Central America, and whatever country it is, they're actual professional virtual workers. So they're not just VAs. A virtual assistant is someone that, like I put in the Google search, someone that is helping you on admin tasks, something basic, because it's assisting you on basic admin stuff. All right. Sometimes these are professional, somewhat technical, but it doesn't necessarily mean they cannot operate at higher levels. So I have in my team operating people that are in basically engineers, systems specialists, operations managers, account managers, that you would call a VA. I don't call them a VA. I call them a diverse remote team that is professional and that are workers. They're not just my VAs. So just food for thought for you to kind of think and rethink and how you do your hires and find talent out there. And for those people that they say that, oh, you have to hire someone local, for that position. That's ridiculous. So I hope that you guys see opportunity in countries like in South America, Central America, even Asia, Africa. It doesn't matter. But there is huge opportunities if you find the right candidate. Yeah. So guys, hope you guys have a good one. Stop being a silly goose with these VAs and crush it in 2022. We're going to launch the Spanish version. Booyah. Let's freaking go.